All right, this your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth with their truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aqua that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled, Don't Worry About YouTube Views. Now, I'm going to make this quick and straight to the point because there's a lot of, well, not a lot, but scriptures that I want to bring out where I need to read it in its entirety. And pretty much I got inspired to do this lesson because I was watching a video from the brother Arayamlab from the GMS Chicago camp, and he was bringing out the point of, brothers, don't worry about your YouTube views, don't worry about your subscriber counts or anything like that. He was like, man, just do the work, because your video is going to be reached to who the Most High wants it to be reached to. Okay, because every individual could connect more with others. You know, you might be able to watch whoever more than you may be able to watch another brother. You may be able to connect more with the spirit by the way he brings it out than another brother. And ain't nothing wrong with that, you know. Of course, you know, when we watch as many videos as we possibly can and everything like that. But hey, if you know, if you have a certain attachment to a certain brother, not no homo, you know, I'm just saying, as far as, you know, listening to the word, then, you know, it's cool, man. Whether, you know, you reach a 100,000 people or rather you reach 10 people, it really don't matter, man. If you reach 100,000 people or if you reach 10 people, it really doesn't matter. The whole thing is about building up the house of David, man. And that's it. It's about building up the house of David and waking up the elect so we can get up out of here, man. So don't worry about your YouTube views. The Most High is going to have your videos reached to whoever it needs to be reached to. All right. So let's go straight into the scriptures, man. Let's go to Matthew 25 and let's go to Matthew 25 and 15, and we're gonna read on down. So this is Matthew chapter 25 verse 15, and it says, and to one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth, and hid his Lord's money. After a long time the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou delivered unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful, Salakia, over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. There thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sow not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received my own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which had 10 talents. For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that has not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye into cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So there you go, man. The one with the 5 talents came back with 5 more. The dude with the 2 talents came back with 2 more. And what did it say? He said, you came in with little, but now I'm going to give you a lot. Come and enjoy the kingdom, pretty much. All right. And then the dude with the 1, he was just like, you know, I'm afraid of this. You know, I'm like, I'm just going to keep it for myself. And I'm just going to leave it alone. And what the Lord say, man, he was like, man, you supposed to go out there and do what you're supposed to do with the little that you had. He said, but since you didn't want to do that, he said, man, I'm gonna cast you out, man, because you pretty much hid your talent under a napkin. You pretty much didn't showcase your light like the scriptures tell you to do. Okay, the Most High gave you the spirit to understand His truth, and you have the spirit to teach. Just go out and do what you're supposed to do. Just go out and teach. Don't be thinking about your views and your subscribers. None of that, man. Let's do what you're supposed to do, because that little that you brought in, like I said, you get those 10 views, you get those 5 views, whatever the case may be. Hey, man, guess what? The Most High is going to give you plenty of things after that, because you went out and did the work anyway, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, this is all about building the house of David. You don't want to be cast out so you can have that weeping and gnashing of teeth, meaning you don't want to receive a wicked punishment, that wicked judgment, man. You're trying to be delivered. So you're going to do what you got to do with the talent that the Most High gave you. Okay, let's go to Romans chapter 12, verse 3. And it says, for I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as the Most High dealt to every man the measure of faith. Every man is going to have a different measure of faith. But at the end of the day, we want that faith to get us out of here. We want that faith to help us endure. It says, for as we have many members in one body, and all members have not the same office, so we, being many, are one body in Hamashiach Yahushai, and every one members one of another, having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith, or ministry, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teacheth on teaching, or he that exhorteth on exhortation. He that giveth, let him do it with simplicity. He that ruleth with diligence. He that showeth mercy with cheerfulness. So there you go, man. Everybody has a different office. Everybody has different talents. But at the end of the day, we're all building up that one body. We're all building up the body of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Some brothers are best when it comes to history. Some brothers are best when it comes to exhortation. Some brothers love to go into prophecy. Some brothers are good at just bringing out short and sweet videos. You have brothers that have a fiery spirit where, you know, they'll get you amped up, and then you have other brothers who's calm, cool, and collected, man. But at the end of the day, all this is doing is just building up the house of David. You got to look at it like this, man. You get a house, you know, you got the different rooms and everything like that. You got the different rooms. You got the living room, your dining room, your bedroom, bathroom, all of those things, right? You go into the house, you realize you need all of these rooms because each room plays a purpose. Now, when you go into the living room, of course, the majority of the people are going to be there in the living room because that's where the entertainment is. That's where everybody gets to sit down, enjoy themselves, kick up your feet, get your glass of wine, and you can bring everybody there because it's the biggest room in the crib. But you go to that bathroom, man, and one at a time. One at a time. But at the end of the day, guess what? You are still part of that house, though. You're still part of the house of David, man. You got to look at it like that. You still part of that house. You're still playing your purpose. You still giving people, you know, their comfort, their relief. Hey, man, you need that bathroom, man. Yeah, you want to sit in the living room and watch the game and play Xbox or whatever. But hey, when it comes to a certain time, man, you got to go to that bathroom. All right, you played your part. All right, and that's what we're doing, man. We're over here building up the house of David. We're working together, so don't worry about YouTube views or anything like that. Let's go to Matthew 13:3. And it says, and he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, behold, a sower went forth to sow, and when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But other fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, and some 30-fold. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. So here you go. Some brought forth 100 people, some brought forth 60 people, some brought forth 30 people. But at the end of the day, guess what? That's good fruit. You're helping to wake up the elect, man. So, like I said, it don't matter about the views, man. And then you got to think about, I remember Elder Yashawamba, he said the same thing too. He was just like, man, you got to look at it like this. He was like, look at books like the book of Obadiah. Obadiah has one chapter, one chapter, but that book is powerful, man. That book is powerful. If you want to go straight into Esau and expose exactly what's going to happen to him, who he is, and everything like that, you go straight to Obadiah, man. You go straight to Obadiah. That book has heat, man. Heat. Then, of course, you do have books like Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Esdras, so forth and so on. Yeah, you have those books that are larger than Obadiah, but that doesn't mean that those other books like Obadiah or Jude, so forth and so on, that doesn't mean that those books are not important. Those books have great information in it, man. They are written for our learning. So these videos that you do is for who's learning? Our learning, man. So it is what it is. So you got to go out there and use what the Most High gave you. Now, let's jump down to verse 23. And it says, but he that receiveth seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it, which also beareth fruit and bringeth forth, some in 100-fold, some 60, and some 30. So there you go. Hey, man, if you bring in 1,000, that's what's up. If you bring in 10, that's what's up. At the end of the day, it's all adding up to the elect waking up and we getting up out of here, man. Like it states in Revelation 7. All right. We're over here doing the work so they can wake up, man. So now let's get on one last scripture, then we'll close it out. We're going to stay in Matthew, and we're going to go to Matthew chapter 20. Start from the top. It says, for the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into his vineyard. And he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace, and said unto them, go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their way. Again he went out about the 6th and 9th hour, and did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out, and found others standing idle, and said unto them, why stand ye here all the day idle? And they say unto him, because no man had hired us. He said unto them, go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that shall ye receive. So when even was come, the Lord of the vineyard said unto his steward, call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning from the last until the first. And when they came, they were hired about the 11th hour. They received every man a penny. But when the first came, they supposed that they should have received more, and they likewise received every man a penny. And when they had received it, they murmured against the good men of the house, saying, these last have wrought but 1 hour, and thou hast made them equal unto us, which have borne the burden and heat of the day. But he answered one of them and said, friend, I do thee no wrong. Dost not thou agree with me for a penny? Take that thine is, and go thy way, and I will give unto this last, even as unto thee. Is it not lawful for me to do what I will with my own? Is thine eye evil, because I am good? So the last shall be first, and the first last, for many shall be called, but few chosen. So you got to remember, we're all working for the same penny. And I always remember this from Apostle Tahar, because he brought this parable up, because when you look at this parables, you got to compare it to, the apostles, they were the first ones to wake up to this truth. They were the first ones to wake up to this truth. All right. And they've been in this truth longer than everybody. All right. They've been in this truth, like I said, Apostle Tahar working on 40 years. He's been in this for a long time. And then, the other apostles, 30 plus years, the other elder bishops, 20 plus years, so forth and so on. All right. And so they woke up in the morning. OK, and then you had the brothers from 2007 on until right now. They woke up in the afternoon. And then you got the new brothers and everything that woke up probably last year or even this year. Guess what, man? All of you are going to receive the same penny. Why? Because you all are going to be part of the elect, man. All right. Lord willing. All right. So at the end of the day, don't be thinking of yourself highly than what you are. OK, because if we're all working for the same purpose. We're all building up the house of David and exalting the names of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. That's the whole purpose. That's it. Don't be thinking like, yeah, man, if I do all this work, or if nobody don't hear me, man, this work is for nothing. No, man, it is for something. All right. Like I said, it could be somebody who's just scrolling on YouTube And then the Most High can have the algorithm pop up with one of your videos pop up instead of a Apostle Tahar or Apostle Arayamlab, Apostle Gabar, you know, somebody that's super popular. The Most High might make it to the point where your video pop up with somebody that's not in the truth. And they look at your video first. And then they'll be like, oh man, this make all the sense in the world. Guess what? One of those people could be one of those 10 or 15 views. And guess what? You just help that individual wake up to who they really are, man. You never know. So at the end of the day, we're all working for the same penny. Okay. So don't worry about views. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about that. Just do the work. Go home. Relax. Get up again. Do the work again. Keep being diligent, man. Make your calling and your election sure. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm going to say, call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word to the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquas that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.